You're listening. Copy now. Yours, keep it up.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SLR. Season 12 is done and dusted. The titles have been handed out. The drivers have had a well-deserved rest. But we don't want them getting too comfortable, so we have them back again this week to kick off Season 13. We have plenty to get into this evening, so let's get into it. I'm Tipsy Bob, and on the mic with me for the remainder of this season, it's the Godfather himself, Mr. Ocean Chief.
Wow, what an introduction there. Thank you, Bob. Pleasure to be here with you, and very much looking forward to this season in Tier 1. You can see on the screen there the calendar for the season runs over Christmas. Some very nice tracks in there. A new track, Vegas. But yeah, we are starting off round 1, Australia. This is Tier 1, the best of the best. No assists. Let's see what these guys can do, eh?
Yes, I did say that we've kicked it off today, but of course we have already kicked off this week. On Wednesday we had Tier 3, which was an eventful race, we can say. And then yesterday was really enjoyable. I actually really enjoyed yesterday. Was in Tier 2. High action, fast pace, almost Tier 1 level. But yeah, I'm definitely expecting Tier 2 to be really tasty, Chief, this season. But as you said, we are here today for the creme de la creme of Tier 1, the best that we have got to offer. And yes, Chief, it's Australia kicking it off. How do you feel about Australia?
Not a fan of the track. I find it very hard to race on. 20 cars on this track. It can get a bit, you have to get your elbows out, let's say. There can be quite a number of safety cars. We saw that in Tier 3. There was a maximum of 5. I think yesterday, maybe they only reached 3 safety cars. But I expect in Tier 1, very high racecraft skills here. So I'm expecting maybe 1 possibly, or maybe 2.
Yeah, I think just given the nature of Australia, as you said, Chief, like you kind of just, as you, again, just repeat you to get the elbows out. You kind of have to, because like you sitting behind waiting for the DRS doesn't really work. But we have a lot of very experienced drivers here. Some of these guys have been with us since the dawn of SLR. Copy is one, for example, been here from the start, won it all. And yeah, Chief, really excited about this season kicking off, because as I was given a little mini intro in Discord a while ago, I was saying, you know, Mac is like the only 3-time Tier 1 champion that we've got. Then of course you've got Danny, he's got a title. Tino, I think's got it once. Tino's got 1, I think. But
yeah,
regardless, Mac, I was saying, is he going to make it 4? Is he going to be the first 4 title champion in Tier 1? Is Justin going to finally break that unlucky, that, you know, I would say unlucky, but that record of, you know, just missing out? Or will Dan the man come back in action and reclaim that title that he won, is it 2 seasons ago now? Who knows? Any one of these guys can win this title. That's what makes Tier 1 so amazing.
Yeah, and Tino has signed up for the season, but I don't see him on there unless I'm blind. He hasn't shown up for this race, but he is definitely a contender for the title, even missing a race. We know he is. He's. I think the season where he won the title, he did it from a deficit. I think he was like 70 points behind going into the last 4 races, and he ends up winning the title. I would also like to point out, no one's ever done back-to-back titles in Tier 1, or any tier, for example, for instance. So that'll be interesting. If McKenna can make it back-to-back titles, that'll be a first in SLR.
That's a good point, Chief. I know in the predictions, like I remember in last season's predictions, I was saying to people like, "Isn't it remarkable that not a single person mentioned Mac, even though like he had already won it twice, and no one mentioned him." And again, I was gonna basically vote for Mac to win it again, but I just think Justin will have the bit between his teeth this season, and he is gunning for it. He wants this title, and hey, as previous seasons have shown, if there's anyone who can do it, Justin can do it. He's got the pace. He missed out. He just missed out whenever he was fighting with Dan, and then of course he came second best again to Mac. But we'll see. It's a good. I wouldn't say it's a long season. We've got some amazing tracks up ahead of us, Chief. But of course we'll get into that. The people are just going around about to set their laps, their first laps. The drivers, Chief, if we can run down the drivers. It's pretty much same old, or status quo, although this might test my knowledge here. I believe Jonty and who was that? Is that Swiss? Are they new drivers or are they reserves, Chief?
Juddy has reserved before, but he is signed up for the season this time around. And the other guy, I don't see him on my board. Maybe he's got a different name on my screen. What car is
in the Alpine? In the Alpine, sorry.
I've got some idiot in one Alpine, and I can't see another Alpine on there.
Well, then that must be, yeah. But you see, this is where we're getting confused. Hopefully you can hear my game, and I'll just turn the volume down.
Yeah, while you do that, we have times on the board. A 16.7 banker lap from a Desi. We know he is a bit of a TT merchant. He's very good in one lap, very good in the race as well, but tends to excel in these one lap scenarios. So he is top of the boards at the minute. I think yesterday was the tier 2 quality time, the pole time. It was 16.8 if our memory serves me correctly. So 16.7 already beats that.
Yeah, as I said, Chief, then that tier 2 up at the front, the pace is incredible. They are literally touching the tier 1 boys. If of course anyone that's new to the SLR boys, they can't race in tier 1 because tier 1 is no assists at all. So if they want to move up, they'll have to drop them. But as Naiku points out, and it's a good point, you have to be on the grid here today or finish.
Yeah.
But yes, what I was going to say, Alpine, it's the name for me is Swiss T3M4, but I think some idiot is that's actually Matthew actually Adam, if that makes sense. But KK Lawrence is the some idiot that we would know, Cody in the Red Bull.
Okay, that's confusing. Yes, that's very confusing. And also McKender out on the Inders, esports tech. Tricky's picked up from esports there, laying down some additional rubber on the track. So
surely that's not really a thing, is it?
Yeah, well, esports guy, I think at that level it does work apparently, but I don't know, maybe he's just getting a little cider lap in and saving a set of fresh sauce possibly for the race.
But so I need this explained. So if he's putting fresh rubber down, won't that just benefit everyone else as well?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's such a nice guy, isn't he, McKender?
Lack is just the best, I'm telling you. So where are we at there, Chief? 11 minutes in, banker laps done. Look at the times already. I mean, if you look at basically the top 5, even top 6, just about. Every single one of them have, well, those guys have beat tier 3 times naturally, and then in tier 1 or tier 2, what did you say it was? 16.8?
It might have been lower than that. I think it might have been actually. I just remember at one point it was 16.8, so it wouldn't have been too much faster than that. And I wish I could go back and check it, but yeah, it was roughly around about 16.8, if not a little bit lower than that.
Mhm. Well, if anybody's watching, feel free to help us out here and have a wee look and see what the tier 2 time was. It would just be interesting, just to compare them. But we're going to start seeing now, Chief, as we're getting into this quality session, some people are really putting their laying the gauntlet down. Of course, we're not going to really see it until near the end, but quite often in SLR in tier 1, you've seen a lot of the pole times finished or set, and usually their second run, I've noticed. Usually people end up getting their fastest lap. Um, so we'll see how it works. Australia, the nature of the track, it is very easy to invalidate, and that really, I forget the corner name. Which one is it? It's to the beginning of, I think at the end of sector 1, where I think where Tilda spun in tier 3, Chief.
Oh yeah.
That curb is just absolutely brutal.
Yeah, it's a very slippy track I found when I did the tier 3 race. Riding on board with Iceland here, so we're going to get a first bird's eye view, not a bird's eye view, a POV view of the lap of Australia. So Iceland, very competent driver, very good in a one lap situation. So let's see as he heads down to turn 3. And yeah, the changes to this track are, it's a bit wider, it's a bit slippier, and they've done away with a bunch of corners, which we'll see coming up after this next one. This one is high speed. If you get it right and hook it onto the curb, as Iceland does, feels very good. And then this is the part where it's all changed. Used to be a bunch of corners here, but now you can just go flat out all the way down to the fast chicane, and we're seeing a bit of traffic ahead of Iceland. Looks like he's moving out of the way nicely for him as Iceland is about to hit the fast chicane. And yeah, full commitment there, cuts the second corner, doesn't invalidate, which is crucial for his lap. Again, making his way through traffic nicely. And onto this kind of new format of a corner as well. It's a bit of a difference from previous games. Through the penultimate section, or penultimate corner here, and the last corner. This again, very slippy, very easy to lose the back end. Coming out onto the start-finish straight, DRS open, and it's flat out to the flag, and it's a 117.2, so a very good effort there from Iceland.
Very good effort, and also very good effort from you, Chief. You're getting better at these.
Learning from the best one.
You didn't trip yourself up. By the way, anyone that isn't up to standards, wrong word, up to date with the news, Chief is getting over a bit of a cold, so he has had a bit of a rough voice. So good job for Mr. Chief for holding the fort today on the mic with me. But yeah, Chief, we have the boys in chat have delivered, and we have Mr. Christian and Luke, two top quality tier 2 drivers, have informed us that the pole was indeed 16.6.
Wow, so that's even faster than the current pull time here, but the guys are on their second run. Adesi's out there at the minute. I'm looking at his sector 1 time. It should come up momentarily, and we'll see if he is indeed up in his time through sector 1. There you go. He is down on his time, almost 2.5 tenths.
Yeah, but I wonder, can he claw it back? In fact, has he invalidated?
He has invalidated, yeah, well spotted. Okay.
So let's see. Justin's invalidated as well. Let me see who else is on a lap. So Dan the Man is just about to start a lap now, Chief.
Right, let's have a look at this guy. We know he's very fast. He's won a title in Tier 1. He's won many races. But can he put it in pole in round 1 in Australia?
Well, we're going to see. He's doing a nice enough little job here so far. Heavy braking zone, of course, coming into this corner. Does he take the inside curb? Does he touch it? No, he doesn't. You don't want to get beats there. This is the corner here that catches a lot of the guys out. This one here, that's where Tilda lost it and collected a Red Bull. Full commitment in here for Dan. You want to carry as much speed as you possibly can. And as you said, Chief, this new section, I don't know if it's mixed feelings. Some people like it, some people don't. I kind of like the old chicane, but alas, F1 is always moving forward, and we move with them. Very, very fast corner this here. Does he drop down? He drops down 2 gears into 6th, picks up the throttle, cuts it as well, doesn't invalidate. Gets the DR. I think there is a DRS here. I think there used to be anyway.
He has invalidated, Bob. Yep, he saw it.
Oh, damn it. Goes to show you what I said there, Chief. It's very easy. Even these boys can invalidate the best of what we've got. It's tricky.
Yeah, usually it's by cutting the apexes, but even on the exit, if you run too wide there, it will you risk losing the back end. But oh,
Jenab really, I was about to say, Jenab absolutely lost it there, and I think a car went straight through him, ghosted, thankfully.
yikes! Who is on a lap though? Who is on a lap? Oh, Tenari up to P2, nicely done there.
Ooh.
I think he's about to come in. Yeah, so he's done the lap. It's 16.8, so nicely puts him onto the front row at this point of the qualifying session. We're 5.5 minutes, just over 5.5 minutes to go.
But also notice, Chief, someone hasn't joined the party yet. He's currently sitting in the pits, last.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
what is he up to? Has he got a little sneaky trick up his sleeve? We're going to find out. Hopefully, we'll see Mac. I would be surprised if we don't see Super Mac on track. But alas, let's see. Wonders, is he trying to save tires or something, Chief, for the race?
I think so, yeah. I mean, it definitely is a bit of an advantage. Opens up your options a little bit. Definitely medium soft is viable here if you do have a fresh set of sauce. So that might be his thinking. And of course, safety cars are a big feature here. So currently looking at Touge though. Is it Touge or Touge? I hear other people say it differently, but I always go Touge.
Tug.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, if it was French, you see, the E would have a little accent above it, which would make it Touge. Well, but he's not French, he's Finnish. So, look, to me, Mac short is M-A-K, but apparently Mac short in Finnish is make, M-A-K-E. So I give up trying to second guess this stuff.
Yeah. I had to laugh at CM Punk's pronunciation of some guy drivers' names yesterday.
But Tug is about to cross the line. Pretty quick driver. Oh, but he only sits in P11. Still haven't seen Mac. I would love to know what's going on. This is a very high risk strategy, surely by Super Mac. Even Mr. Mac can invalidate. And he's not giving himself much of a chance here because, listen, it's not easy to pass people in Australia, and he has a lot of drivers in front of him that will not yield that easily, if it's Mac or no Mac. So I would like to see Mac out on track.
Yeah, he's leaving at the very last minute. That is dangerous. I mean, if he invalidates, it's game over. He's going to have to start at the very back of the field. But I'm looking at Eagle Goose right now. We're both aware of this driver, Tipsy Bob. Both rubbed elbows with him many's a time. He's improving all the time. He's from Belgium, and I think he's the only Belgian driver in the league. But he sometimes can pull a really good result out of his pocket. So he's about to cross the line here. He does go up. It's a big improvement. 0.691 puts him in P10 for now.
We have Naiku giving us a kind of a finish lesson here. I don't know. Let me give this a go quickly. So he says it's to get without the last T. So would that be like too gay?
Too gay?
Is that right?
Yeah,
Too gay?
Too gay. Is he setting us up here? What?
I think he is. No, I was just thinking he really is. It's like ringing up someone and say your name's Ivor Biggin.
We're calling this guy too gay the whole race.
Well, we're getting into it now, Chief. Outlap. Oh, Mr. Mac is on an outlap. Also, Adesi's on an outlap. Jaunty. It's all happening now, Chief. We've got 2.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, busy track out there, Bob.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward. I really just can't wait to see what Mac does. Who's going to be crossing first? Adesi. Let me just see. Is it Desi? Let me just flick through the cameras here quickly. Who's this? So it's going to be Joel and then Skolin. No, it's going to be a Desi. So if we can run on board with a Desi, Chief, that is a lot of time saying a Desi, but I'll say it again. A Desi is on a lap. This is his main lap, his final lap. Will he improve or will he invalidate? I guess we're going to find out. We're going to yellow, I see, at the end of sector 3, but we'll not worry about that just yet. We're going to follow a Desi here and keep our eyes closely fixed on that sector 1 delta time to see if he is improving. I find it hard to believe that they can't beat 16.6, but then again, it is a quick, and he's up marginally, very, very marginally. It would currently put him a very high 16.6 at the moment. So let's see how he gets on. If you can keep a wee eye on Mac as well, Chief, to see how his delta is doing. Adesi is up. He's now up almost, almost 2 tenths, almost, or you could say just over a tenth.
And I think there could be potentially a lot of time in the last sector. There's a lot of technical corners coming up here. There is a bunch of traffic. There is a car pretty much stopped on track there, but Desi didn't get too distracted by that. Through the penultimate corner, heavy braking zone, and then on the par, you just want to control that back end. You don't want to slide out too much. He uses all the track. Nicely done. Again, flat out to the finish line. And it's a 2/10 improvement, cementing pole for now.
Mac ran really wide onto the dirt. He managed to not invalidate it. If he somehow gets pole, I will just be amazed, honestly. How you can run this? Surely this is not pole. Is he even going to make the top 5?
Oh, it's not a 6.
See, there you go. This was the high risk strat.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, is he just being overconfident or not taking it too seriously? Just trying to, I don't know. I can't understand that strategy.
I'll tell you what, we'll get him on mic after the race.
If you can do that, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
That is like, if someone can manage Mac to get on and speak English, they are better men than us. But we haven't finished quali yet. I was about to say there, but I wanted to get into what Nike was saying. Iceman off track at the moment. Never mind that. Who else is still on lap? Tuna Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I saw Tuna Man as well. Yeah, and then Janab goes P2 there as well. In the background, I'm currently watching Danico though. He looks like he's on a flyer. He's free, almost 4/10 up on his time. This will be a huge improvement. Currently on target for P3. And Tenari pulls into the pit, so he's abandoned his lap. Icewind disqualified from session. That is a weird one.
Yeah, he kind of went off into the corner there where what's Danny doing?
Yeah, Danny's backed out completely, invalidates. He was down on his time hitting that fast chicane, so he's out of the running for pole. Who else have we got out there on a road?
Too gay? I don't know how to say it. Is it too gay or too? He's coming into the pits. I think that's our grid, Chief.
Yeah, Kay Lawrence as well, or sorry, some idiot. Yeah, sorry, I've got Kay Lawrence in a Red Bull and some idiot, so that's okay. That's Adam then, yeah.
Yeah, so right. Kay Lawrence in the Red Bull is some idiot, also known as Cody, and then some idiot in the Alpine is also known as Matthew, also known as Adam. So if that's not confusing enough, I don't know what it is. Yes, I agree, JC in chat. Nice to see Mr. J in the chat. I totally agree. It is nice to see a more fuller Tier 1. We've almost full grid. One driver short of a full grid.
Yeah, JC, that spot's sitting there, you know, if you want to take it.
Yeah, it's free, man. Come join.
You got about 10 seconds to join the lobby.
Well, let me try this here. I just, because I really want to get this right because it's annoying me. So, Naiku, tell me this. Is it either 1 or 2? Is it 1, Tug, or is it number 2, Tugay? Okay? Just type either 1 for Tug or number 2 for Tugay.
The suspense is killing me right now.
Me too.
I'll have a look at the rundown of the times then. So we've got a Desi puts it on pole. Looked in control the whole time, but was able to improve on his last lap and cement that P1 position. Janab with a very good P2. I think Janab was saying he has a migraine today, so that is very impressive considering. Tenari P3. Justin got up to P4 there. I did see Dina retired on track, I think maybe due to an issue with the car. Junty P5, got Kay Lawrence P6 in, and Danny Co, who set his time on medium tires. Did not see that at the time, but there you go. He obviously has a fresh set of softs or 2 at his disposal, and then P8 is Copy, P9 McKender, and P10 is Fox then. Eagle Ghost just outside the top 10 and P11. Do you remember that you used to, you know, if you started P11, it was actually a slight advantage because you get fresh tires or you get free tire choice. Those were good times. Tugay is P11, Flare P13, and yeah, look at all these finished flags, Bob. I think half the grid literally is finish. 3, 6, 7, 8. 9, is that 9? Is that 10? Yeah, it's half the grid. It's crazy.
Oh, we've lost Adam. Adam has left. The answer is, well, of course, Speedy says 3, but Speedy's just being a, you know what? But I'll deal with him after the stream.
I heard a rumor he was going to race this season. I wonder what happened.
Yeah. So that rumor probably came from me actually, because I was saying I think we might see Speedy on, but I think Speedy was kind of expecting to join Tier 3, which would have been hilarious because he's too quick for that. But yeah, quickly, Tug or Naiku says it's 2, but without saying the Y. But your number 2 was too gay, so I just think he's trolling. We're calling him Tug.
Tuggy?
Tuggy. I'll just call him Jim for flip's sake if they keep insisting. Right, where do you see this, Chief? I'll do this race start, and I'll, like by the time they get round corner 1, I'll have tripped over my words. my teacher, I remember whenever I was in school a long time ago, my English teacher was asking me to explain some story, and I was tripping up over my words. And my chief, see, they're doing it again. My teacher said to me, "Wait, stop, slow down." And then he pointed at my head and he says, "Get this in gear before you get this in gear." Oh, here we go. Right, watch me crumble here, right? And off we go. Desi leads us away in Australia for the first race of the season in season 13. My camera has not changed and I cannot see what's happening. Here we go. We're changing now. We're getting who's at the Red Bull of Tuna Man is ghosting out, but everyone seems to have got along nicely. I also need to adjust my audio, but so everything's holding fire. We're going to move further back. We've got Fox and Copy doing the switcheroo. In fact, we're getting quite a lot of switcheroos going on further back at the field. Icewind P16, I think he started P16, so he holds fort. But yeah, Chief, everyone holding position pretty much in the first lap.
Yeah, oh, and there's a car off. It's Eagle goes wide there and costs him a bunch of position. He's down to P8. He's actually down to last now due to that error. I don't know if he was forced wide or he just ran wide, but it looks like a move up ahead as well with Aston Martin of Tilda. Is he going to go around the outside? No, he fouls. Go ahead, Bill.
Sorry, Justin's making a move on Tuna Man here for P3. This is a big move, and Tuna Man is not yielding that easy. They're going side by side. Oh, a little bit of a switch from further back there, but who comes out on top? Justin does indeed get it. But who's this? This is Danny, Dan the Man. Dan the Man is now having a little look on Jonty. He's having a little bit of sniff up the... I can't say that. I just tripped myself up now by saying that. Anyway, Justin gets P3.
Yep, and Danny is right on the back of John D right now, but doesn't go for a move, does not have DRS this time around, just ERS at his disposal, but he will want to save that, and I'll bring up the that information for our viewers to see.
Yeah, that's also I need to switch around to see what tires they're on. So we do indeed have this mixed strategy of some starting hard, some starting mediums.
Oh, Danny and John D contact in a sense. Danny almost into the wall. He saves it somehow. They were too wide going through the corner, but yeah, slight bit of contact sent Danny wide, and he dropped down a couple of positions there. McKender up to P7.
Yeah, so this might be a fantastic call, but well, not necessarily a call, but it's pulling out so far nicely for Supermax. Started P10, currently up to P7. There's a move going on further back. It's probably Icewind getting past Scullin, which it is. But this will be an interesting fight to see how Lawrence gets on, or Cody. Will he fight it too much, or will he yield? We will see shortly. DRS is activated, I believe, the next lap. So we'll start seeing some moves then, Chief.
Yeah, and I just saw a move there. Is it Danny overtook McKender? I don't know what happened there. I just caught the tail end of it, but that seems to be the case. Copy as well getting overtaken by Schooling, so Copy's struggling at this phase of the race. The the Alfa Romero guys are paired up together, P11, P12. Justin Ayard setting the fastest lap on lap 2. We're heading into lap 3. That means DRS is going to be open and available to all drivers that are in DRS range of the car ahead.
So the thing is, Chief, so they've got like almost two real battles going on here. We've got the front 4 in their own wee battle, and then Jonty's in P5. He's just outside the DRS of Tuna Man, and then behind him, of course, you've got all the drivers right the way back till about, what would you say, till about Fox, roughly, if he can hang on the back of Mac. So yeah, we've got a good midfield going on here, and then of course these front 4. Yeah. And Justin, in fact, Chief, check Justin out. Yeah, Justin is definitely looking to make a move here. He's deploying. Here we go. Will he get the move? Janab will not yield that easily. Janab is a good driver, and he does not yield. He's a little bit twitchy there, is Janab. Is he feeling the pressure here from Justin? Justin is determined. He knows he needs to pass. Oh, little dummy. Janab almost fell for it, but he covered the inside nicely there. As long as Justin can keep a Desi within sight, that's the main thing. He'll want to get this move done. But the thing to point out there, Chief, is that Justin did not burn up too much battery either on that little attack. He's just having a little sniff to see how Janab copes.
Yep, and the battle in the midfield is as tight as ever. Danny Co on the back of his friend Kay Lawrence, but Mikander and Tugay, the Mercedes boys, are right in tow. And I have to say, I'm a bit surprised that the medium guys aren't trying to push harder onto these hard runners up ahead. The gap between the hard group up in the lead is 1.3 to the first medium runner of Jonty, P5.
That brief yellow we've seen there,
Oh,
that was
Justin goes for a move here. He's up to P2. Is he going to hold this position? Yes, he's got ahead before the fast chicane. So Justin with a very good move there. Looks like he caught Janab napping a little bit. Oh, and Janab's having a bit of an issue for the fast chicane. That allows Tenari to get past as well. So yeah, mistake there, costing Janab a lot of points.
Yeah, that's just that little issue there with Janab is just going to let the rest of the guys creep up. There has been some moves going on, Chief, while you were talking about that. Dan the man has got himself up to P5, and Mac has passed Lawrence. To be fair, Lawrence did not fight it, really. In fact, he clipped the wall a little bit going into the fast chicane. So yeah, Lawrence is basically practicing for his race. He's not here to fight anyone.
I've just remembered, Icewind gets first penalty there, or second penalty of the day there, 3 seconds for him. Danny Go, fastest lap. But isn't Justin Australian, or from Australia, or part Australian?
No.
Okay, I don't know where I got that from then.
No, you're probably thinking of a guy that used to race a long time ago, is Triton.
Oh yes, that's right, yeah. Part Indian, part Australian, yeah.
That's it. No, Justin is part Francais and part Irish.
That's right, yeah. He's not too far away from us, actually. So.
Speaking of Justin, he is creeping up under the back end of a Desi here, although he will be smart enough. He'll not do it here. Will he do it here? I would say he probably won't.
Oh, Janab again has had an issue for that fast chicane. He's dropping down the order big time. Currently P12. He's still falling down the order. He's had a full spin from that fast chicane.
Justin did indeed push, Chief, and got past a Desi on that DRS. Interesting to see how they work this, because this other DRS here, of course, is very powerful. So will a Desi just switch back again, or what's going to happen? Yeah, I actually would have waited until this lap to do the move, but hey, there's a reason why I'm not racing in Tier 1. Or hey, there's a reason why I have won in Tier 1. These guys have. So I'll leave it to them.
Yep, Desi looking pretty close under the back of Justin. Looks like he might have the move, but actually backs out. Looked like
What happened here? Janab, he's in the pits. Sorry, forgive me. Sorry, Chief. He retired in the pits, so Janab is out.
And Ice in the pits as well now, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. My reaction there kind of stopped dead there. Sorry about that, but I was just... Oh, we have a spinner. Fox has spun on that... where was that? Was that tricky corner I said about? Yeah, that curb.
Let's call it the tilde corner,
yeah. I legit read my mind. I was about to call it the tilde curb. So whereabouts are we? Oh, Dan the man. Oh, these guys at the front, Chief. Look at these guys. Front four. We're going to have to keep a close eye on this, Chief, because they're all playing games here. They're all obviously playing... Oh, Dan the man sliding and going into that corner. Very late on the brakes. He obviously wants to keep up with him. Fox gets himself a 3-second time penalty. So what's going to happen now here, Chief? Going into this, the last corner down the DRS. What's going to happen? Justin's going to have to deploy. Who's going to make the move?
Yeah, Justin he came out of that corner with almost 100% ERS, so he can't afford to use them to protect this lead. But yeah, it's really about the long game now. We're only in lap 7 out of 29, and I have to say, every time I look in the background, I see Mikander at the back of this league group. He's hanging in there. He's on the hard tires, so he's well in, for contesting the win here.
Tell you another thing too, Chief. That's you can see here Justin and Adesi. Justin on 84%, Adesi on 100%. Look at Tunaman, 27. The guy's back further back. Tunaman, Adesi is indeed making that move, and Justin doesn't fight it too much. Naturally, you would expect not to fight that one with the DRS open, but I would say, Chief, if there's no safety cars, although have I spoke too soon? No, I haven't. If there's no safety cars, I will expect to see Adesi and Justin starting to creep away from the rest of these guys.
Yeah, and
and saying that, Junari man nearly collects. He nearly collects Justin there, although that was Justin obviously losing in a bit. That corner, it seems a couple of these drivers are. Justin is sliding about. That corner seems to be a bit slidey, Chief.
Yeah, and McKenna's going for a move. He's got past Jonty. He's side by side there for a bunch of corners and comes out ahead. So he's P5. He's working his way, chipping away at this lead pack and picking them off one by one.
Jenna Bench. Yeah,
Danico for 3 seconds. Jonty 3 seconds as well. So that is unfortunate. That is going to hurt them as they get to the finish line. But yeah, plenty of laps left in this race. But that is not good for Danico and Jonty. 3 seconds each.
Yeah, just Jenna be keeping us updated in chat. His steering wheel died. So yeah, and Tino saying that Mac is trolling.
It certainly seems that way. Like, he's making this look easy. He's just like, it's like an exhibition boxing match.
I think we need to change. That GIF for Max Verstappen. Max, super. We need to change that to Mac instead, MAK.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Dan the Man is really starting to squeeze up in the back of Tunaman here. Tunaman doesn't really have much battery either. He's definitely potentially sitting duck. Dan the Man sending it on Tunaman. Let's see how it works out. You don't want to contact there or your definite spin, so both of them held it very nicely there. Tunaman defended well. Dan the Man did well to hold on, but he's definitely showing Tuna, I'm here, I want that position, I'm coming for it.
Yep, and that fighting has allowed McKenna to get within DRS range of this lead pack again after getting up to P5. He did lose some time with that overtake, but he's back in DRS range, and that's going to be crucial for his bid for the win.
And to see that there comment that Tino said there about McKenna trolling, I think he missed the letter out of that. I think he is strolling. Mac gets actually passed by Jonty as soon as I say that, but I think Mac is just strolling slowly up to the back of these two.
Yeah, hopefully not land strolling.
No.
But here, Tipsy, as well, in the background there, I noticed a message pop up. Justin picks up 3 seconds.
Yes, I did indeed see that. Dan the Man as well has got a pen himself. So yes, definitely you can see these guys are on the limit trying to keep up with each other. Here comes Justin. This is going to be
Copy's out. Something's happened to Copy. We've got a safety car, Bob. I'm not sure what happened. I'm going to ride on board with Tilden, see if I can pick up what happened to Copy. His car's actually been removed from the track, but it's coming out of this corner here. He has lost it, so he must have got on the grass maybe and lost the back end. Copy is out of the session, and Eagles as well. Didn't see him DNF. He is out.
No, I didn't see you go DNF either. Of course, we missed the Copy one. Copy did let us know in the chat before that he hasn't played much F1 recently, but of course, expect to see all the drivers diving into the pits. And another thing I noticed there, Chief, boosted match, John. I think a bit late, Ollie, just a bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. Interestingly, who does this favor? Oh, and there's a double stack there, McKenna and 2K. Double stack a little bit, didn't cost 2K too much time. But yeah, no change at the front of the field. Everybody switched their tires. The top 3 guys on mediums, P4, P5 hards, and then McKenna on mediums. K. Lawrence on hard, so we've got a good split up there. Oh, and something's happening here with Tanari and Danny. I'm not sure.
Yeah, not sure. I can happily let you know that Copy is okay. He has let us know it was a big one, but he's all right. And that's what we like to hear.
That's the main thing, yeah. Rest up, Copy.
Yes, because you see, the thing is, Cops is not getting any younger. He's near our age, Chief. So these big shunts, these big crashes, they start to have take an effect on your old bones. You see. So rest up, easy, Cops. Nice little cup of tea or whatever drink of choice.
Come to
Like,
tier free copy.
to sit back and enjoy the rest of the stream, hopefully.
Bob, I want to point out something. Icewind is on enters.
Now, is that by choice, or has he fell victim to some sort of glitch?
I've seen him do this before, and he explained it as he wants to go pit again to go on and have like just one lap fresher mediums, I would reckon, at this point in the race. So it might be just to give him that slight advantage over everybody else. So he's not using up a normal set of tires. Obviously, he's not going to stay out on inters, I would hope.
Man, this is all the kind of the stuff that they're doing up here in tier 1. But I guess when it gets that competitive, you start to see these wee things. Don't think it would have much of an effect in the lower divisions, but up here certainly. But it would be no, I wouldn't say funny, but yes, it actually will. It would be funny if it was some side of kind of glitch in the pits, because I'm reminded of tier 3, the final race. Remember when Icewind was commentating that one, and of course Heat had that mistake when the inters went on, and
yes.
Icewind absolutely lost it. Like, what is going on here, guys? What? And it'd be so funny if he done the same thing.
Yeah, I know for sure he's not a fan of this track. He doesn't like it. It finds it very slippy, and yeah, it's not working out for him today. But we've always seen he sometimes has these redemption races where first half of the race doesn't go so well, but he makes it up in the latter part. But yeah, he's got a penalty as well. It's not going to help him too much. But you never know. We'll keep an eye on him at the back of the field.
But to go back to your original question, Chief, I'm surprised I can remember that far back. But how does this benefit? I'm wondering, does this, maybe the boys in chat, props, now he's available, he can let us know. Would this not benefit Danny and Jonty more in terms of the hards?
Yeah, I would think so, but we saw a guy yesterday, he was on Sauce, or was it yesterday or the day before, Sauce for like some crazy amount of laps. I think it was yesterday, it was X Crystal. He stayed out on like 12 lap tires, and he was with the lead pack the whole time. So yeah, the drop off doesn't seem to be quite significant here, so I don't know about the drop off between the medium and the hards. Well, I guess we're going to find out anyway, because these guys are about to get underway again.
Yeah, Copy does confirm indeed, Chief, that it is indeed good for Dan and Jonty. So this restart is absolutely key for these guys, but keep an eye on Mac on these fresh mediums. He will be sitting here lurking, but I would expect to see Danny and Jonty will want to get past surely at least just our Tuna Man pretty quickly to join this front three battle. But here we go, Chief.
Yep. Desi leads the way for the penultimate corner, and looks like he's going to wait until the last corner before putting the power down. Actually doesn't. He's holding the field up. He's going to go right to the line, it looks like, and everybody's jostling for position behind, and they're off.
Yeah, he done it late because he didn't want to give anyone a run down to a dive on him. So smart driving there. We'll have a move already. Lawrence is getting past Tug. Tug is falling back. Tug is indeed fighting still. Still nothing's happening up ahead, but Tug is fighting Scully. Oh, just about avoids the back end of him. But yeah, nothing happening just yet, Chief, in terms of this safety car restart. Everyone is holding the position, it seems.
Yeah, and look at the background there. Icewind, he was probably hoping that the safety car was staying there for another lap because he did pit for an old set of hards there, so it's not working out for Icewind.
Yeah, I expect to see. I don't know if Icewind is going to finish this one or not. But yeah, anyway, up ahead here, Chief. Justin squeezing up on the slipstream there, the back of a Desi. These guys, someone's going to pull it. Oh, Jonty! Oh my goodness, he catches that. Mac will certainly get past him now. Mac should slide past. Not much Jonty could do there. Mac was on these fresh mediums, so yeah, that was very well caught by Jonty. I have to admit, I thought he was a goner.
He struggled for that fast chicane today, so we'll keep an eye on him as we're heading into almost the second phase of the race, the second half of the race. Long way to go yet, though. 17 laps, make that 16 as they cross the line.
So that it doesn't totally take Jonty out of the picture. It just makes his life a hell of a lot harder. It really puts Danny now kind of just singled out that it's probably a lot to do with the guys in front of their pace, of course, but there's probably also an element of this if Danny knows that he's on overall probably the better tire strat, and so he's holding position here, sticking the DRS and just wait till the guys ahead's tires die.
Yep, and just looking at Flair in P12 here, he is quite close to the back of Tilda, but no DRS this lap. It's the next lap we'll have that activated, so everybody's just using ERS to defend at this point of the race. Flair not able to get a run on Tilda at this point. He's heading for the fast chicane. I wonder if he'll get a better exit. No, Tilda gets a nice exit there. That'll protect his position for now.
Yeah, things are starting to get heat up here now, Chief. Justin definitely has got a lot of pace in that Williams. It's good to see a Desi back, of course. He misses quite a few races, but we love to see him here because this is where he belongs in Tier 1 up at the front. But we're definitely going to start seeing things happening now. Mac will, of course, want to get past Dan the Man as soon as he can. But I would expect this to be this lap that Justin's maybe going to start launching an assault on that P1, Chief.
Yeah, I think at the minute, maybe he's thinking, I'm happy enough to be behind a Desi, but I want to push him as hard as possible to try to get him to make a mistake and get a time penalty so to even out the field a little bit, because a Desi and Tenari currently have this lead pack, and McKender actually are all without a penalty, which is going to be huge at the end of the race.
Yeah, these penalties are definitely going to play a factor in this race decision for sure. But I don't know what's Dan the Man strapping back, whether that's by choice or by raw pace.
Justin go for a move. Yep, he goes for a move. That was DRS enabled that lap, so that helped him make the move. Oh, and what's happening there? It looks like he didn't get the best run out of the fast chicane, but Desi not able to get a move on. Tenari is right on the back of a Desi right now, so this has backed everybody up.
So Danny got a wee bit twitchy there coming out of that fast exit, but he held on to it nicely. We'll see what's going to happen. I know people often say that you think all the Finns guys kind of work together, but I have been reliably informed that they don't. It's all guns blazes when it comes to the races. So Desi and Tunaman will be racing for position here.
Yep, and I'm loving this battle here between McKender and Danico. They were bitter rivals last season, and it looks like it's continued on into this season as McKender is behind Danico right now, and yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty epic battle between the two of them.
Another guy I'm watching here, Chief, as well, because we keep an eye on all the drivers, is Fleur in that P12 Ferrari. He squeezes up onto the back of Tilda, and then he kind of loses it on some of these corners, and then it kind of neutralizes it. But yep, keep a wee on that. Oh, it's Tunaman squeezing up on a Desi, and he's gonna get he might get blocked in here by Justin. Yeah, he's getting blocked in, and Desi has to back out of that one to avoid any incidents.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah, things are starting to happen now. Tug gets himself a 3-second pound penalty, but I'm expecting, Chief, something's going to give here between this front three battle. You know, anything can happen, incidents happen, mistakes happen, and these guys are running very, very close, and there's still quite a good bit of this race to go, Chief.
Yeah, and I wonder if Justin is now thinking if I can use him as CRS to extend this lead and maybe build a gap, but he's not using on the start-finish trade, so that would indicate he's happy enough just to keep it topped up for now and save it for a rainy day.
Further back there, Fleur has got this run on him, but of course Tilda still has the DRS. Tilda running a little bit wide, and Fleur might have a go here now, Chief. Tilda will have the DRS. Fleur is going for the move. Tilda actually doesn't fight it too much, so there we go. Fleur up to P11, one position away from the first point, Chief.
Yep, P10. It's a coveted position, as we both know, especially
Chief,
in
we didn't see Tunaman getting P1. What on earth? But I think he's going to lose it very quickly here, because here comes Justin. Yeah, not really much you can do about this here. You just kind of have to just let them go, because it's so OP, this DRS, that it's far better just let them go. But yeah, we have got a DRS. Oh, we got Fox out.
Oh Fox yeah, he's in the wall, and it's on this. I call it the windy straight.
We got a full course safety car, Chief. Sorry to cut across you. Full course safety car.
That is a very unusual place to lose it. So I guess that was through fighting with another car. There must have been some contact. Either that, or he wasn't paying attention to the screen.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Of course, Fox will keep us updated either in chat or in the Discord later on. But this mixes things up now, Chief. Because
Desi stays out.
now that's
Everybody else pits. I've been in this position before. I remember Spa. I was like, right, I'm going to stay out. Everyone else pitted, and it's the worst feeling in the world. You don't mind if like half and half. Maybe there's a good mix of people, because you get a bit of a buffer then. But right now, Desi's thinking all these guys, but like everyone behind me is going to be on fresh tires, and I'm on 7-lap old mediums. That is not good. He's got a lot of work to do ahead of him if he wants to win this race.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much decided his race for him now. I mean, maybe look, if you've got that pace, you've got a significant amount of pace over everyone else, it might work. But when you've got like Justin and Tuna and Dan and Mac and Lawrence and all these guys on fresh mediums, and you have a long way to go, a good 10 plus laps, it's hard to see a Desi now take the win here, Chief.
Yeah, I'd say he's got his work cut out for him. I mean, it is possible, I guess, but yeah, it's definitely put him at a major disadvantage. And you have to say right now, Tenari looking very good for the win here. McKender as well without that time penalty. Even K. Lawrence, he's in the mix right now. He's a bit of a dark horse out there.
Yeah, well, this is what we were saying earlier, that how these penalties are definitely going to play a deciding role in this race. And so far, it's looking that way. We have a late safety car. Just while I'm here, I just see Eagle has posted that he said that there was something wrong with his lobby, that when he pitted in lap 1, he wanted the hards before the pits, but the game still gave him mediums. That's basically his team saying, no, we'll give you what we want to give you, and you'll just take it.
Does he drive for Ferrari, by chance? No? It's Plan G. They always have like 10 strategies, like Plan K and stuff.
It wasn't there a race there recently whenever the clerk was asking about what's the strategy, and the guy goes, it's Charlie B, Sector A, Foxtrot 1. Like, and then the guy goes, just be clear, just what do you want me to do? Can you imagine, Chief, if you're in these Formula 1 cars, raking around the track, corners coming at you so quickly, and you've got a guy, okay, we're switching to Strat 1, 45, Delta 6, 33. It's like, are we just pitting now, or are we pitting the next lap? Keep it simple.
Yeah, you often hear like very stressful team radio, whenever they're in the mix. Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton are best known for complaining on the radio, but I think that's the mindset you have. Like you're traveling at the actual limits of what you can do on the track, and it's very dangerous, obviously, and very adrenaline filled. Of course, the guys are going to be stressed out to the max, so I can forgive them for a bit of complaining.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, Chief. I mean, at the end of the day, most people are commenting on that, about these people always complaining. Like, none of us have been in a Formula 1 car. We don't know what it's like to go at that level, at that pace. So you can only imagine that as you say, your senses are heightened. You're at extreme levels of stress, mentally and physically. So yeah, you can forgive it. But anyway, Chief, back to the virtual world we go, and the safety car is in, and this is, I think, it's going to get a bit painful for Desi, Chief, this on these 8-lap mediums.
Yeah, and they're just going to get worse is the thing as well. While the guys behind, they've got a good amount of time before these tires will fall off. So let's see what it does he's got. We do know he's got pace in Australia, but what's he got with 8-lap tires, 7-lap disadvantage? We're about to find out, I guess.
And will he go early this time? He will. As soon as I say it, boom, off he goes, floors it. This is the perfect moment for Justin. He's got a good wee bit of a gap here, buffered to Tunaman. Justin will need to get this done. He will need to get past Desi this lap if he wants to secure this win.
And he's trying to go around the outside there. There's not much room left, but he puts his car in and it looks like he's going to get this move done. Yeah, these fresher tires are already paying off, and Desi almost losing the back end there as he tries to hold off another pass from Tenari, but Tenari up to P2. So Desi already down to P3, and that's only 3 corners.
Yeah, it's not ideal for Justin that Tunaman got past as well, but I think definitely Justin's got the legs on Tuna, so it's looking like, Oh, Dan the Man's going for a Desi as well. This is what we expected. And here comes Mac. Mac's going to go for it as well. A Desi doesn't seem to be fighting that one either. So yeah, Desi drops down to P5 already before the end of lap 1, Chief. But yeah, in fact, he's going to lose now again to Jonty. Jonty's going to pass him. And then, of course, up soon will be Lawrence. So yeah, this is what we expected. But what I wanted to say, Chief, was that I think overall a race distance, I think Justin's definitely got the legs of Tuna Man. So the longer Tuna Man stays behind, the better it is for Justin.
Yeah, and Tuna Man has not won a Tier 1 race as far as I can recall. So this might be a first for him. I know he's won plenty of Tier 2 races, but he just hasn't been able to carry that pace over to Tier 1. But yeah, it's in a move there. Desi again getting passed by K. Lawrence. So Desi is falling down 6 positions already. That's crazy. I didn't expect that much of a drop off, but that just shows you the entire advantage of these fresh mediums.
Yeah, Tug's going to go for it. No, he's not. He was about to. But yeah, it's hard to say that you can't really see that Desi will finish in the top 10, Chief. What was it?
Yeah, I do feel for him. I was in that position myself, pitting, and everybody else pits, and it was Silverstone. Yeah, you must remember it.
I do.
You won that one. I actually did come P2 somehow, some way. Was able to hold him up as Two-Gay does get past Desi on the long straight, and yeah, Desi on damage limitation mode. He has his Ferrari teammate behind him now, so I don't think he'll fight Flair too hard. As Flair as well as on these fresher mediums. So not going so well for Desi today, unfortunately.
I also point out, Chief, that Tuna Man and Mac have no penalties, but Dan and Justin do, and they are all within penalty distance. So as it stands, although there is still a bit to go yet, it'll be Tuna P1, Mac P2. But I have a feeling it's not going to stay that way very long. Let me see who else is further back here. What's that? Schooling and Fleur are now starting to catch the back of a Desi. And yeah, I can see a Desi dropping maybe back to P10 actually. I think he's got a bit of a buffer on Lavi. Even with those old tires, Chief, a Desi still has that raw pace.
Yeah, and the sad thing is he doesn't have any option. I mean, pitting right now will just kill off his race entirely. So this is really the best option available to him, is stay out and just try and hold on for some points here. Currently P8, but yeah, he's lost DRS range to P7. That's going to make Flair's job a lot easier, and Flair is lining him up here. Doesn't go for the move straight away. Oh, Flair getting a bit sideways coming out of the fast chicane, but yes, Flair deploying DRS here. No ERS used, I don't think, to get that move done. Oh, Flair going wide there, and that's going to hold up a Desi and back him up further into Skolon behind. Skolon is going to be all over his rear here.
Tunaman also, Chief, sorry to cut across you. Tunaman is now really pushing, and I think he's going to try and go for it either this lap or the next one. Although he has used, well, almost half a battery, and Justin's sitting there nicely with 75%. So yeah, Tunaman is pushing.
Yeah, Icewind making moves as well on the straight. He got past Lavi Vasil. He's up to P11, almost in points paying positions. Does have that time penalty, but he's definitely on track for points.
All right, we're going to see now this DRS straight is where you really start to see them squeezing up here. So let's see what Tuna does. Will he be close enough? Justin really getting out of the slipstream there, trying to break that slipstream. Here we go. The DRS is activated. I think it's going to be very late. I don't think he'll be able to do it here. This will be a very late move, if anything. Yep, wisely backs out of it. But look at this. Justin is not able to shake these guys, and Mac is keeping a watching brief here.
Yeah, he got a really good run out of that fast chicane on Justin. I think Justin employed some ERS to defend that inevitable move from Danny from behind. But yep, Tanari holding on to P2 for now. Lots of battling going on here. Lots of games being played in this lead pack.
The thing is, Justin, we've got a yellow somewhere. Someone's off. There's an alpha. I think it's Scullion. But Justin will really want to obviously hold on to this position, because even though with that time penalty, there is a risk that Tunaman could get a penalty as well. So that's why it's worthwhile still fighting for it. Hold on to this race position of P1. Mac really up close on the back of Dan there now. Something's got to give here, Chief. Something has got to give.
Yeah, and this is prime territory for more penalties, because when you're racing at the absolute limit, that's when you can just dip over the line and pick up the penalty. As Icewind must be listening in, he demonstrates that is the case.
Right, see Tuna now, Chief. Could make it. This might be the move. He's close enough. Still, he should get it done before the corner. Yep, he is going to get it done. It's going to be quite just nip and tuck. And Justin, wisely aware that Dan the man was there to capitalise, cuts straight back in. But of course, Justin's going to come under pressure now from Dan. Here comes Dan. He's going to definitely go for Justin. Justin's going to have to hold it, go around the long way. Dan leaves just enough room. Justin's coming back at him. We're going to go side by side. Don't want to touch it. Oh, you don't want to drift out and touch the rear. Oh, they're really getting twitchy. This is really getting really tense here. These guys have been fighting for 3 seasons, Dan, Justin, and Max. So, yep, these guys know each other very well. DRS is activated. Mac has got a good run on Danny, but of course, Danny's got the DRS as well. So they're going to neutralize that. So Justin lives for another lap.
Yeah, this is great for McKender. This is his specialty, is just picking off guys one by one, you know, as they have to battle up ahead of him. And Danny Coe knows he has to push Justin here. He has to try and get past him, because McKender is going to do the same to him. And McKender is doing just that. He's pushing him through corners. The gap is under 2/10. This is incredibly close racing from these two.
The thing is, too, as well, Mac doesn't really need to push too much, because he is going to be guaranteed P2. It all comes down to whether he wants the race to win. It's going to be a tall order, of course, to get the race
and he's boosting. Yeah, McKenna deciding to boost, and it looks like it might catch Danny off guard here, but Danny responds. He boosts as well, just to keep that lead. Oh, and Danny cutting that corner. I'm pretty sure that was a warning, so we'll keep an eye on that. He may pick up another penalty if he continues to push the track limits like that.
The thing is, Dan the man has basically no battery worth speaking of, Chief, and Max still has a good bit left. So, yeah, Max still has a wee bit of an edge here on Dan in terms of just battery. Justin is doing amazingly well. Battery management, it goes to show this raw pace that he's got. 70%. He's probably going to make a move here on Tuna. Will he go for it? Nope, backs out of it.
Oh, Flair's falling down the order. Looks like he's had an issue at the back of the field. Yep, that's coming out of the final corner. He's spun. So he drops down the order. That's put Icewind up to P9. And Icewind is actually contesting for that P8 position with Adesi. Adesi having ERS, even though there's no car ahead of him. Interesting.
So realistically, Chief, it's the front 5. I would say the front 5, Jonty's still there. The front 5 are really battling for this, because I don't think Lawrence is really going to do anything. I think he's just going to hold position. So it's really these guys. Jonty, I think, will not care who's in front of him. He's going to get as many positions as he can. But we have a move here for Justin. Justin is indeed taking the lead back off Tuna Man, but of course he does have that penalty sitting over him, Chief. I'm going to check to see how many warnings Tuna Man has got.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on this pack as they are fighting hard, lap after lap, corner after corner, and something has to give. With 3 laps left. Oh, and Danny Coe ghosted there momentarily. McKenna was almost inside his car. Oh, and we've got my grading host. Danny is out of the session, and this may cause issues for the lobby. Hopefully not, but McKenna up to P3. This is Danny dropping down the order. He is no longer in the session, so his car is controlled by AI. This is terrible for Danny, but McKenna, yeah, great for him, obviously. He is now able to push on and start attacking Tenari for the win of this race.
Well, what I can tell you, Chief, in terms of the warnings, and it might be, I know if Justin's listening, he might listen, but I'm not saying this to give anyone any advantage. I just call the action. Tuna Man has 2 warnings in lap 2. Mac has 2 warnings. So it is nip and tuck. That's why I said it is always worthwhile, Justin, fighting for this position, because at any lap, even the last lap, any of those 2 guys can get themselves a penalty.
Oh, 2K is up to P5. Yeah, Danny Coe continues to fall down the order. He's undoubtedly trying to get back into the session as quickly as possible, because Jonty now is passing him. So Danny Coe down to P6. If he can get back in the session pretty soon, he might be able to do a bit of damage limitation in these final laps. But yeah, it's like you're saying. I mean, Justin, I know he listens to the race, but really it's a balancing act for him right now. He wants to push and try to pressure the guys behind to make mistakes, but he also can't afford to make any more mistakes. He doesn't want to pick up another penalty, which would be absolutely terrible. We put him out of podium, out of a chance of a podium, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. See that right now it is, well, right now it's looking like it's going to be Tuna Man's first race win. And I don't think Mac and Tuna, well, look, who knows? But I don't think they're going to really push much now. I think they're just going to hold position. It depends on how much Mac wants it. But yeah, bear in mind, they both have 2 warnings. So one more excursion beyond the limits, and we have neutralized this race.
Yeah. A Desi getting past some idiot. Say Kay Lawrence. Iceland as well. So I'm not sure what's happened to Kay Lawrence. He's definitely dropping down the order here as Tenari goes for the lead and does overtake Justin before the fast chicane. And I mean, yeah, Tenari, I don't know what he's thinking. Is he just thinking, I want to win on track as well as with the penalty? So what's happening here is Danny Coe again. Danny Coe hasn't been able to get back in this session. He's still ghosted. He's dropping down to P8, P9 now, actually.
Yeah, I think actually, Tuna Man passing Justin makes sense for him because this will just guarantee the win now for him. If he gets a 3-second time penalty, regardless, he'll be finishing P2 after Mac, So plus, it also keeps that buffer because Mac, of course, has no penalty either. So I think Tuna Man's just giving himself that security now of race position.
Yeah.
Danny has joined back.
Yeah, and it's terrible because we're on the penultimate lap. So once he gets into the car, he's pretty much just got a lap and a bit to do, and that's it. He's currently P9, so I don't think he's going to make up too many positions. As Lavi Vissol is coming alive in this part of the race. He's up to P7. He gets past Jonty there, and yeah, I'm just going to go up ahead as well. McKender, I want to look at him. I mean, really, this is down to Tenari versus McKender. Justin looks like he's got P3 sealed for now. Unless something happens to Tenari or McKenna. But yeah, I mean, is McKenna going to take this race win in the last lap? That would be absolutely insane.
Possibly. There's one more lap to go at a risk of getting a penalty. We'll see. But of course, there is a long season to go. And so, if you don't get it this one, you'll get in one of the others.
Yeah, something crazy is happening to the midfield as well. Iceland now up to P5. Desi's back to P6. We do have a car off there in the background. I think it's Jonty. So Jonty's struggling in this phase of the race. He's dropped down the order big time. But yeah, we're going to run up with this lead pack. It's all really down to McKender versus Tenari. And Justin does have a say in this. He is the middle car there. But he does have that time penalty. So let's see what McKender can do. He seems to have he has more ERS than any of these cars, I believe. And
he's going for it.
Yep.
I think it was a wee bit of lag there, Chief. I've seen everyone glitch a wee bit, but maybe a wee bit of lag. But yeah.
Yeah, this lobby is definitely being affected by that migrating host of Danny when he left. But is this too much for McKender? He's got 7 tenths. He is going to get DRS. He is going to use all his ERS, I'd imagine. And closing the gap down to 4 tenths now. He's closing in pretty fast. Are we going to see McKenna take the lead of the race as Danny Coe leaves the session once again? But we'll keep on board with this lead pack. McKender getting a good run out, but Tenari getting an even better run out there. That might be enough to secure the win. And I think it is, unless McKender has got something in these last corners. McKender going a bit deep there. Maybe these medium tires are falling off a little bit. But it looks like Tenari has got enough in the tank to win this race. He's 6 tenths going into the penultimate lap, 5 tenths into the final corner, and yep, Tenari is going to take the win. What a sensational win from him. It's his first in Tier 1. McKender takes P2 and Justin P3 then.
Not P3.
Oh my word, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, Kay Lawrence did enough to get within that 3-second window. So Kay Lawrence takes that final podium position. That's going to be demoralizing for Justin, but a good haul of points for him nonetheless. Desi recovers to P5 for the penalties, and these last lap shenanigans. Tugay, P6. Lavi Vissol, great finish from him. P7. Jonty, P8. And we'll see the rest of the standings when they come up momentarily.
Dan the Man did eventually get P9. It's such a shame that he lost connection. He must have had an issue with the game, I would imagine, because his connection is usually pretty good. So I'm just assuming it was probably the game. But yeah, it's a shame we lost Dan. But, well, I have to give massive congratulations to Tuna Man getting his first race win in Tier 1. Not and P10 is hard enough, but to get the race win. But also, I want to really commend the Desi Chief, committed to that one, that not pitting, obviously give up the lead, but still fought back to get P5. That's a fantastic result from him.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at chat. Justin is contesting that P3. He said he finished like 10 seconds in front of K Lawrence, so that might be looked at after the race. Maybe there was an issue with that. The host Danny leaving the session. Danny Co as well in all caps. This game, man, he's absolutely pissed with the game, and rightly so. He said his game completely froze after the back straight, and that was him effectively out of the session and dropped down the order. He does pick up some points, which will be obviously welcome, but that is terrible. He was looking for a very good finish today. But yeah, it's the man of the moment. Tenari is first. We'll confirm with him if he does an interview. I imagine we'll get him for an interview afterwards, but we'll confirm with him if it is indeed his first Tier 1 win, but I believe it is. And what a way to do it. I mean, he was in the lead pack the whole way, made all the right tyre choices, was able to even hold off McKender for the last couple of laps there to take the win. And yeah, we'll maybe get a word with Justin as well just to see what the crack is with that P3, because I was sure he had that 3-second gap covered to K Lawrence. And there maybe there's some funky stuff going on with the standings then, which the FIA can clarify after the race. But this is our standings for now, and Flair with that P10 position gets a point for his effort according to these standings anyway. Lots of brilliant performances out there, but as you say, yeah, Adesi, very good, held on to P5 in the end. Looked like he might have finished outside of the points at one point. He was dropping down the order like a stone, but there you have it. He does get P5, at least according to this information we've got on screen right now. And I think it is time that we'll head over to the interviews and get a word with the drivers. I'm very much looking forward to hearing from Tuna Man.
Yeah, me too, man. I can't wait to hear what Tuna Man says. That's his first race win. Fantastic job.
Let's go. So let's have a look and see who we've got here. We've got Joel and Mexico City fan, aka K Lawrence. Let's bring in K Lawrence. Yeah. So K Lawrence, Mexico City fan, etc., etc. How are you today, and how was that race for you?
That was my first league race on this game for true.
Wow,
that was just chaotic.
Yeah, it looked kind of insane there. Did you get P3 though? Because Justin's saying that he felt he finished, in that P3 position even with the penalties.
On my screen, I was P3. I don't know because Danny DC'd for me, Yonti desynced for me, and then I wound up third, like 2.5 off the top 3 fight, roughly. So I don't know. I don't know. That's all I can say. I had the fastest lap in the end. I think that's secure, but don't know otherwise for true, to be honest.
Yeah, and it seemed like with this being your first race on this game, you were just chilling. You weren't thinking I'm going to be fighting for the win or anything. You were just getting up to speed.
Absolutely no. I was trying to mostly stay out of the way of the people faster than me, to be honest. I was struggling for pace the entire thing. So yeah, I just wanted to run all the laps and see where it took me. I had 2 wardings since like half the race, so I was trying to be careful on the warding side. And if I'm P3, I'm P3. If I'm not P3, I'm not P3 in the end. So yeah, I just tried to clean race out of it.
Well, impressive that this is your first league race and potentially could be a P3 or thereabouts. How did you find it anyway, the race, like in terms of comparing it to previous games?
Really, the front tire feel was just kind of really poor for me. I mean, I was struggling. I felt like, I'll be dead honest, I felt like I was driving scared for a little while because I just couldn't feel the car very well that entire race. Just first run in quali, felt okay, figured, I'm going to ramp up and we're going to do a decent time. I literally just had less grip every single other run I did, which just didn't make sense to me. Also, I was driving a cockpit. I think you might like that, Chief. I was driving a cockpit for
Let's
that
go.
race. So used to AC and driving a cockpit, I figured I'll try it with the F1 game. I mean, felt all right. Can't say I'm gonna blame cockpit for me being a little slower. It's just me being a little slower in the end. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, well, that's even more impressive.
I mean, it feels good. It feels a little bit more enjoyable that way. Like I said, I'm just a bit slower, but that's just me, not the camera. And really, just kind of the feel of this car feels very janky. The force feedback wise, it really does feel quite janky and jittery, and it doesn't, for me, it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence because it's just hard to have any feel of the rear tire. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's I know the game always, like, whenever it came up, Australia would say it was a easy track. They somehow deemed it an easy track, but I always found it quite hard. You know, it's quite technical, and especially this game, it feels like it's just very slippy. There's not much grip available, but yeah, I mean, great race from you, and hopefully we'll see you in future races this season then.
We'll see. I mean, today was just kind of, I'll treat it like a test session and see how far it takes me, and how far it took me was maybe P3, maybe not. Maybe I'm in the void somewhere into a black hole by the end of it in the results. But
But for now, you're P3, yeah.
For now, I am. I don't know. We'll see. Congrats to Tenari. Well done from him. He did the Verstappen. I did the Checo role of existing about 5 seconds back of him. So
Good job.
good job,
yeah.
Bim.
Yeah, we'll get speaking to him now. So thanks for joining us and come to the proof. Appreciate that one.
Of course. Appreciate you guys having me. Thanks for the race.
Good job, man.
Right, it's time, Bob. We're bringing in the tuna man, the man of the moment.
There he is. The man that sounds like he's 50, but he's only a teenager.
I mean, not anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, I turned 18.
Wow.
still a teenager. Is he 18?
Yeah, maybe.
And I have to ask, I'm pretty sure this is your first Tier 1 victory. Is that right?
Yes, it is right. Yes.
Let's go. How does it feel, man? How does it feel to win?
Yeah, it's pretty nice, even though the lobby kinda did something funny in the end because Danny got disconnected. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you were in the mix the whole time. Obviously, there was that crucial moment of the race where Desi didn't pit and everybody else pit. Were you in VC with him at the time?
Yes. He said he didn't have any fresh medium, so he decided to not pit. And yeah, everyone else pitted, so he was kinda screwed.
Yeah, well, we did definitely feel for him, but I mean that getting back to your victory, that was not an easy victory. It was fighting the whole way. There was a lot of position changes at the lead with the race. Obviously, penalties played a part as well. But even in the you had the migrating host to deal with. I know that can be quite stressful because you don't really know what's going on around you. And then on top of that, Mikander in those last couple of laps was starting to put the pressure on. How was that, having Mikander on your heels?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty intense the last few laps because, I mean, yeah, I had to just stay with them. But yeah, the last lap, Makander got, I mean, kinda close on the last DRS straight, but it wasn't enough, luckily. So, but yeah, it was quite intense the whole way.
Yeah, well, congrats. That was a good race for us to call, definitely. I enjoyed that one immensely. Lots of fighting all the way through. Yeah, I mean, regards to the safety car, did you feel pretty confident, in your calls at the time? Or were you thinking there might have been another, you kind of doubt yourself sometimes, don't you? Is it the right call or not? But obviously it worked out in hindsight. But at the time, were you doubting yourself?
When in the second safety car, I decided to do the same that Justin does. So, I mean, obviously it paid off, so wasn't too bad. But yeah, of course, I was thinking that it might not be the right call, but it was.
Excellent. And Bob, any questions for our tuna man?
Just how much pressure were you feeling with that two warnings on your Delta?
Yeah, that was quite fun to drive it 2-1. I got 2 warnings in like 5 laps. It was quite fun.
Lap 2 actually, man. Yeah,
Lap 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. But yeah, it was, I mean, in the end I didn't have to go full speed because, I mean, they weren't going full speed either because I didn't have the penalty, but I mean, yeah, it was quite intense, obviously.
Well, congratulations, man. A very popular win
Yeah.
and well overdue. So may many more come your way.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, and we haven't even discussed driver of the day. So that potentially you could be the driver of the day as well as winning the race. But we'll let you go and enjoy your moment for now, and appreciate you taking the time to come into the commentators booth and give us an interview.
Yeah, it's no worries, guys. Have a good night.
Cheers.
I was going to say, you just tell Mac to come in now, but
Oh yeah, damn, yeah.
we missed.
That'll be our mission for the season, is to get McKender in for, even if it's one word.
Just hello. That's all I want. Just a hello. That's it.
Joel says, sounds like Chief is broadcasting from the bath.
Eh?
Okay, let's bring him in and have an interview with him. Hello, Joel. How are you?
Hello, I'm alright.
Apparently my mic is off. Is that right?
It sounds like you're in the bathroom.
Oh, no way.
That's because he is.
I mean, it sounds fine here, but not on the stream.
Oh no, I wish someone had told me that. But anyway, yeah, how was the race for you, man?
Very enjoyable. I really enjoyed that. I mean, partly seeing everyone crash around me and me just about surviving. I had a really scary moment on the penultimate lap where I could have easily died, but I didn't. Yeah, and my pace was better than I expected. I kept up with Tilda pretty well, so I
But
think that's a
Joel,
positive.
You're saying that you enjoyed the crashes. Does that mean that you took pleasure in other people's misfortune?
Of course. So you don't have to do anything.
That's the way I like that way of thinking, Joel, because that's exactly what I did in Tier 3. I have no questions, Chief.
I mean, it's the most pointless interview ever, isn't it?
I know. I do want to ask and see. What are your prospects? Are you just going into the season thinking I'm just taking each race as it comes, or have you got a target set for yourself? What is your motivation this season?
Don't make stupid mistakes. Basically, finish every race. I think if I can do that for 11 races, then I'll be on my way to being a bit more consistent, even if it is consistently slow. But I mean, I hadn't picked up the game since the end of last season until this afternoon, so I did 3 and a bit hours of practice, and I think it paid off nicely. So yeah. I enjoy no assists a lot more than racing with assists, even if I am at the back and 10
Oh,
seconds
sorry,
behind everyone else.
Joel. Could you say that again a wee bit louder?
I enjoy no assists much more than assists, even if I'm at the back. I'm gonna clip that and post it.
That's all we need. I haven't mentioned anything about it. Someone else has, and I'm glad.
Getting back to your strategy though, you're basically going for the opposite of a dice strategy. You're trying to finish every race and not make mistakes.
Anti-dice.
Anti-dice strat. I like it. Yeah. It's a tough time in Tier 1, but yeah, if you can see today, if you just kind of keep it together and bring it home, you can pick up a good few points. Did you actually? You didn't finish in the points though, did you?
No, I was 13th or maybe 12th, depending on desync and stuff. But
yeah. Well, Australia, it is a very unforgiving track. We're moving on to Imola next week. I know Bob is a big fan of that one. Or is it boosted? It's one of the
that's me. I absolutely love Imola. It was so much fun. It's such a fast-paced track. Lots of overtaking opportunities, of course, in that big long DRS. You get to see people's different strats and different setups too, because some people go for maybe a bit more downforcey kind of setup to get the grip in the midsection. Others just go for that flat-out straight line speed on the straight. So I just really enjoy it. And of course, there's that, what do you call that corner, Chief? The really tricky one that everyone spins at. That one can catch even the best out.
Yeah. So Joel, are you looking forward to Imola, or are you not a fan?
I haven't raced it much actually. I think I've only done one race, and that was without any practice. So don't know.
Yeah.
I'll make a decision after.
It is it's one of those fun tracks to hot lap though. So yeah, you can get some practice in there if you do a bit of TT and the like. But yeah, Bob, I think we're going to wrap up the interviews now. So Joel, appreciate your time, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks.
Yeah, good luck, Joel.
And that's it for now. What a fabulous opener for season 13. We're in for a great season. If that was anything to go by, any final thoughts, Bob?
Just that it threw up exactly what we thought. A fantastic race, a fantastic performance, and a very welcome yet surprise race winner. I think we all kind of, well, definitely me, kind of expected the race wins this season to be basically gobbled up with either Mac, Tino, Justin, or who's the other person I'm thinking of? Mac, Tino, Justin, and Danny. I can't believe I forgot that. I'm never going to live that down. I thought those four were going to gobble up these wins, but hey, look, we've got a competitive grid all across the tiers, and today is a perfect example of it, Chief. Those guys were behind each other all the way, and yeah, if that's anything what we're looking forward to the rest of the season, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And as you say, we haven't even seen Tino on track yet, so it's another spanner in the works for the lead pack. But a very interesting race today, and looking forward to Imola next week already. And yeah, I just want to take the opportunity to thank our viewers for watching, sticking with us. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done it already, and you can see our socials on screen at the minute. But I think that's it from me and Bob for now. We will join you next week, same time, same place, actually different place, Imola, but I will still be sitting at my desk, smoking a cigarette or trying to find a lighter to smoke a
I'll
cigarette.
just be sitting here in my fluffy socks and nightgown. So yeah.
There you go. There's some lovely imagery to leave you with. But thanks again for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye now.